Good afternoon and welcome to Nutmeg Sports on the HAN Network. It is Tuesday, March 6th. Frank Granito, happy to be alongside here in studio today. Happy to have you along as well as the state tournament officially underway. We'll see Division I hockey in boys. For the boys get going tonight. Of course, the girls making their way to the semifinals. Basketball games being played last night. A lot going on. I'm here by myself, but that's okay. We're going to get right into it because we've got a couple of guests lined up. And let's start with our first guest, wasting no time. He is the head coach of the now back-to-back FCIAC champions in boys ice hockey. Happy to have Sean Gallagher of the Richfield Tigers on with us now. And Coach, good afternoon. Congratulations. Big win again on Saturday. How are you guys doing today?
Good, thank you. Thrilled to be on. Appreciate it.
Let's dive right into that game. You guys, as the number 2 seed in the tournament, Coach, having to play essentially what were 2 true road games in the FCIAC tournament. A bit of a bizarre road for the Tigers to get back to a second consecutive championship.
Yeah, I think, it's just unfortunate it wasn't at Terry Connors because Terry Connors is such a special place. That's all the kids in the FCIAC love to play there for good reason. But, thankfully Darien and Greenwich were able to keep the tourney going.
And with such a young group, I mean, how were you able to keep the boys as calm and collected as they were? I've been so impressed with the discipline of your team this year. And again, it was on display in that FCIAC championship in what became a very hostile Dorothy Hamill skating rink.
Yeah, I'm as impressed as you are. It is a good group. I think we have a lot of kids that had experience in the majority, if not all, of our practices last year, which was very helpful. So they played a year of JV, and then they were just ready and able to step into roles that were, big holes left behind from a good senior class last year.
Well, you talk about stepping into holes. Let's start with your top line of Nick Cullinan, Will Forrest, and Matt Walker. I thought altogether as a whole, they were one of the most dominant lines all season long. The chemistry was incredible between the group, and they stepped up big time for you in that FCIAC championship game. How impressed, how happy have you been with the production you've gotten out of those top 3 guys?
Yeah, we haven't used them together all year. We're sort of waiting until we felt the right time to throw them together to get a nice fresh look and give them a good sort of a new feel. And they've stepped up big. They move the puck well. They're very unselfish amongst each other, but at the same time, all of them wants to bury the puck. So they've been playing together for a long time, those guys, and it shows.
I owe you an apology here before this next question because I don't believe you guys really got the credit you deserved coming into the season. A lot of the talk was focused around a reloaded Greenwich squad, many people picking them as the favorite. You guys, the defending FCIAC and Division I champions, really just almost go under the radar for most of the year, just quietly going about your business. You won 27 of your last 28 FCIAC games, excuse me. I mean, what is it about this group that they're able to stay out of the spotlight and still thrive and almost maintain that motivation?
I think it's just hard work. They practice very hard every day. They want to win, and they don't get down on each other. It's a good locker room. So there's a bunch of different ingredients that come into play, and I don't know if there's one specific thing.
And now as we look ahead to the upcoming state tournament, let's start with tomorrow's game. The odds looking slimmer and slimmer now that you guys are going to be able to play. How are you going to keep the boys focused if you get the word this game's getting bumped from Wednesday to Thursday night?
They're ready. I mean, it is winning the FCIAC championship and then playing a few days later in the States. It's really important to refocus and re-energize and not, not take any accomplishments from a league tournament, too seriously until a little bit later. I mean, we want to make sure that we're ready for the state tournament emotionally and mentally, and I think the guys, they did a good practice yesterday. We'll shoot for a good practice today, and then hopefully be ready for Fairfield on Wednesday.
And the good news for you is that obviously it is that quick turnaround, but in this game and potentially moving forward in the tournament as well, going to be a lot of familiar faces. Let's start with Fairfield. You guys took them down 8-1 earlier in the year, but in my opinion, this is a Fairfield team that came on late. How do you feel heading into the into the game against the co-op squad?
I think we just treat it like any other game and any other team. I think they are stronger than what the score reflected in our last matchup, and I've seen them a couple times and seen a little bit of their film, and I think there's a lot of players on their team that are dangerous, and so we have to go in with the mentality that the same that we play against any other team. So. Well, excited for it.
Yeah, you guys certainly got into a little bit of a more physical game the past two with Greenwich and Darien. Fairfield, a team that really prides himself on speed, so that could be a matchup where your boys maybe don't have to worry about throwing the body around as much. Let some of those bruises heal after that short rest there.
Yeah, I think both types of games are fun for our guys. I think they like to match up with some of the speedier teams if they can, and if a team starts to bring the physical game, I know there's a bunch of players on our roster that welcome that. So, I think that's one thing that's nice about our team this year is they're sort of like both of those styles.
Yeah, and one guy who I think really exemplified that physical style on Saturday was a player like Liam Galloway. Coach, you've made a movement now where you're not interested in naming captains. You want a full group of senior leaders to step up. Liam just one of the many in that group. And, you look at this year now and what this group has done. What's been your biggest takeaway from their leadership?
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned a heck of a kid and a great leader. He is there's never a time where he's giving less than his full effort. And he holds the other kids accountable for the same. Yet he's able to keep it fun. And then, all the other seniors, very similar. They treat it very professionally, and practices they're ready to go, and games they're ready to go. And, they're very accepting of all the younger guys in the room. There's no hazing, there's no bullying, there's none of that stuff going on. It's just when you make the team, you're part of the team immediately, and I think that makes a big difference.
We're starting to run out of time here, Coach, but I would be remorse if I didn't ask. Only 4 losses for the Tigers this season. 50% of them, though, coming against the big bad empire that is Fairfield Prep. You guys are on the same side of the bracket. I know nobody is looking forward here, but are the boys itching for one more shot at Prep?
Always, every year. And I think any team in the state, if they want to win the state tournament, that's the mindset. You got to go through Prep, and that's what happened last year. We were able to get Prep in the quarterfinals and figure out a way to solve that problem. But it's not an easy problem. It's a very, very well coached team. They're very deep. They're a very good hockey team from top to bottom. So but if you don't want to play Prep, then I think you have the wrong mindset. Our guys want to play Prep for sure, but before we do that, we got to make it there. So one step at a time.
You guys are playing so well, and we're hoping that we get to see you march back again and potentially be playing for another state championship, if not taking one home. Coach, thank you so much for taking time with us today. Congrats again, and good luck over the next few weeks.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you having me on.
All right, of course. We'll talk soon. That was Sean Gallagher, the head coach of the Ridgefield Tigers, coming off their second consecutive FCIAC championship, a team that just plays so well, so consistent right now. They don't make a lot of mistakes, and it's going to be one of the big reasons why many like their chances to get back to Ingalls, if not in the championship game, at least in the semifinals. We've got more hockey to come here on Nutmeg Sports. When we get back, head coach of the New Canaan girls ice hockey team, Rich Bulan, will join us. That's next on Nutmeg Sports on the HAN Network.
Set sail on a summertime adventure with Sail Away Sailing School. Located in Captain's Cove Seaport in Bridgeport, we're sailing June 18th through August 10th. 2 sessions offered daily, Monday through Friday for ages 9 to 15. Have fun, make friends, learn to sail. Visit teamsailaway.com.
At Pamby Motors, we're not worried about being the biggest dealership. We're focused on being the best. We're dedicated to giving you the best experience we can. The Pamby Motors team is here to help you choose the right Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, or Ram in a friendly, pressure-free environment. And right now, during Ram Truck Month, get up to $14,000 off on all in-stock 2017 Ram 1500 pickups. Come in and see us for details. Visit Pamby Motors, Route 7 in Ridgefield, PambyZone.com.
At Budget Blinds, we're in business to frame the light, the day, and the night. So we give you an exclusive combination of high style, expert service, our no surprises pricing, and our no questions asked warranty. We believe that everyone, at every budget, deserves style and service. Isn't that a beautiful place to be?
If you've ever thought about owning a motor coach or learning about what it's like to travel the open road in superior style and comfort, then contact Dave's RV Center in Danbury, Connecticut. Offering the best quality Class A motorhomes from Newmar, travel trailers and fifth wheel lines from Surveyor, and a toy hauler line from Work and Play. Choose from Newmar's Gas Line, Baystar and Canyon Star, or from Newmar's Diesel Line, Ventana and Dutch Star. And with unparalleled service and maintenance, Dave's RV is committed to keeping you and your motor coach safely on the road and enjoying it to the fullest. Stop by their showroom, 2 Industrial Plaza Road, Danbury, Connecticut, or call 877-483-3866.
Set sail on a summertime adventure with sail.
Welcome back to Nutmeg Sports on the HAN Network. Frank Granito. I'm very happy to welcome in the head coach of the New Canaan girls ice hockey team now, Coach Rich Bulan. And good afternoon, Coach. Thank you so much for taking time with us. Always great to catch up.
Frank, always a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Well, first of all, let me congratulate you. You guys are on to the state semifinals now. Another strong showing from the Rams in the postseason, of course, after making it all the way to the FCX championship. I mean, this has been a whirlwind of a year for you guys, and it's funny, specifically because I've known so many of the girls in the past few classes, that this is the group now that's gotten you over the hump with Darien, but here they are lingering again for you.
Yeah, that's my reward, huh? You know what, though? You look at it this way, too, Frank, the way we're trying to approach it is, we knew once you get to this point, you're going to see quality teams regardless, and obviously Darien being the defending state champs and the #2 rank in the state, it's either Greenwich or Darien or, Suffield. One of them you got to get by, so of course my draw is I get to see Jamie again.
Well, it's certainly going to be a motivated Darien team, as if having already beaten them 3 times wasn't enough. Let's look back on that FCX semifinal game with the Blue Wave. We talked about it afterwards, and I stand by, Coach. I thought that was one of the best hockey games, boys or girls, that we have seen, period, in quite a long time. I mean, what was it like for you on the bench there?
There were parts of it that, I'm not going to lie, I was looking down at the ground. I was looking for my water bottle. It was like I couldn't look because I didn't know what was going to happen next, because we play each other so evenly and we match up together so well. And that saying about it's a shame someone had to lose that game. It really is, because that was a great game. And I do agree with you. It might be one of the best games. I've been doing this almost 37 years now with the boys and the girls. And that might have been one of the top 5 easy. I mean, that was a great game.
It was so much fun, and I know that none of my coworkers are going to want to hear this, but secretly I'm sitting up in that dance studio, and I was rooting for the final 90 seconds of the second overtime to run out. I would have loved to have watched a third one. I mean, just both programs right now, both you and Darien, Greenwich, it's great for not only the FCAC, but for girls hockey in general, because you've got a lot of senior presence and leadership on these rosters. But the play of the youth in this league right now, Coach, has just been nothing short of spectacular.
Yeah, and you know what? You got to give credit to what's going on with our feeder systems. The Ice Cats for the girls here with the Darien New Canaan group, but they also have girls from Greenwich and Stanford also that are playing Wilton, and the Greenwich Skating Club, I know, has started to pick up again as far as feeding girls to the high school there in Greenwich. And quite honestly, it's an absolute tribute to having girls coming in young now that you're really only teaching them the systems. You're teaching them the power play. You're teaching them the PK, whatever different shifts we try to do. And
no one came to pick up my 15
and it's just, you're right, Frank. I mean, looking at the way these girls have come in now and just stepped in and been able to play, it's been huge for not only us, but it's picking up Richfield again. It's getting Wilton back on track, Stanford. So you could see it throughout the FCIAC, and it's the same upstate too.
Well, you're right. You mentioned the state too. The tournament this year expanding to 12 teams from the usual 8, and you've got an 8 seed right now that just upset Greenwich in the quarterfinals. So clearly the depth is not just in the FCIAC; it's across the state. And you're right. I think the growth of women's hockey right now in Connecticut is at an all-time high, and it's something that, you and Jamie are big parts of that board for, not the CIAC obviously, but for girls hockey in Connecticut, and it's something that you guys want to see continue to grow, and you're doing such a great job of helping that development continue on.
Well, thank you. I mean, there's some great people involved in that. You've got the Richfield AD, Dane Street, who started it actually when he was in Simsbury, and Frank Useglier from East Catholic, the coach. You've got John Capone, the AD at West Haven. There's just such a good group of guys that really want to see this continue to grow and continue to have the impact it has. And Frank, you followed it because obviously when your sister played for me, and even before that, you knew a lot of the girls when you were at school that played for me. It is just amazing what it has done in not only the 17 years I've been here, but just the last 10 years, period.
Oh, you're right, and it's an absolute blast to watch. I can remember showing up with my old line mate Mark Simone before games just because you guys played before us. We used to love going down and watching Xandra and Eliza Hop play together. Back when Eliza was a freshman, Xandra was a junior. Some of the top girls in the state at all of these schools across the board are as talented as a lot of the guys. And I think when you get to watch players like Olivia Homp at Xandra, like what some of the girls at Darien have done, you think back to Sally Cassidy, Georgia Cassidy before Sally, there has been tremendous talent, and it's been a blast to watch. And we talked about the youth development for you, Coach. You've got a lot of very talented freshmen who made an immediate impact for you this year. Going back to that Darien game, Courtney O'Connell with the game winner. Anika Curry scored 5 game-winning goals for this year. I'm high on Kelly Benson. I mean, what does it say about this class, the immediate impact that they had on this team this year?
One of the things I know Jamie makes a real concerted effort, and I do too, is and Alex also, because I know them well. We've really, we take the time to go deep into the program and see who our 6th graders, 7th graders, 8th graders coming up are, and you go watch a game or two when they're playing Ice Cats or Skating Club or whatever. And I think what happens is, now you've got these girls, not only are they talented, but they've also got a pretty good idea of what the tradition is at these schools, and they can't wait to come in there, and it's just like, there's no fear. They just want to jump right in and help, and the attitude has been tremendous. But I think the big key, and you were mentioning leadership a few minutes ago, I think the big key on these teams is how the seniors, I know with our program, how the seniors just absolutely embrace these kids and bring them in and give them rides everywhere and invite them places. It just makes them feel like, wow, I don't want to let anybody down. I really want to contribute here. I think that's had a lot to do with it.
Well, you talk about leadership and a group of seniors. You've got a great group of captains in Gianna Bruno, Brooke Dean, Liz McCarthy, and Zoe Jones. Just think about their legacy that they're going to leave now. Let's say that things go right tomorrow or Thursday, whenever the state of Connecticut is going to be able to be playable again. But, if they finish their career with 2 more wins and are able to walk out as state champions, what is that going to say about these tremendous careers of 4 girls who have been very involved now over these past few years?
Well, honestly, and I'm not downplaying it, of course we want to win the state championship, but these girls, when they walked in the door, were filling, huge shoes. We had just lost, some really talented players and had a year where we didn't have a lot of kids come in. And we still made the playoffs. I don't think we've ever missed the playoffs. And we still, did the FCX semifinals. And we lost a really great overtime game in the quarterfinals to East Catholic. And the following year, here comes G and Liz and Zoe and Catherine Reese, Braden Dial, Liz McCarthy. And I'm thinking to myself, whoa, wait a minute. We've got some girls that have a little energy. And by their sophomore year, here we were in an FCAC final, against Darien, who played a great game, beat us 2-0. And again, we lost in triple overtime to East Catholic in the state semifinals. These girls, whether it comes out good or not this week, the rest of this week, these girls have left such an impact in how they've continued the tradition, how they've continued to make girls feel at home, feel a part of it, understand what this whole program's been about. Honestly, I say it all the time, and I don't say this lightly, because I've had really good captains. I've had some great captains. These four, though, as a group, and their personalities and what they've brought to the table and what they've done in their own way, each one of them, and then collectively, it's been amazing. They've already left a lasting impression.
They've been a very fun group to watch, and it's been an extremely special career. So we obviously want to wish you the best of luck. And I know, Coach, that the toughest part of those triple overtime losses is knowing that if it was in the next round, you probably would have been crowned co-champion after the second overtime. So that's got to sting a little extra. But we can save that one for another day.
Yeah, listen, I'm always available, Frank, whenever you want to talk.
Coach, it's been a blast. Congrats on all the success this season. We want to wish you and the girls best of luck on Wednesday night against Darien. Hopefully you get that game in. If not, we'll talk to you very soon, and we look forward to seeing you out in the spring for softball as well.
Hey, thank you very much, Frank, and for all the guys over there. Always appreciate the support. It's been great for girls hockey.
Well, talk soon. Thanks again, Coach. As that was head coach Rich Bulan of the New Canaan girls ice hockey team, which does a great job. They will take on Darien, weather permitting, tomorrow night. We're going to talk more about the weather situation and some of the games that already took place in the state tournament last night and possibly tonight. That's coming up next on Nutmeg Sports on the HAN Network.
Get a fresh start to the new year by shaking up your meal routine. Walter Stewart's Market is your local source for a delicious selection of fresh and convenient salad shakers, like Southwest salad with chicken, Cobb with organic chicken, Power Vegan with fruit and quinoa, Greek salad with tabbouleh, and grilled shrimp with hominy. Grab one from our salad case or order from our deli today. Walter Stewart's Market, 229 Elm Street, New Canaan, or shop online at stewartsmarket.com.
Want a new experience in car buying? Scap Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. We are Connecticut's Wrangler headquarters. Come visit our new Ram Truck Center. Our Ram trucks get the job done with unparalleled style and performance. Call, click, or stop in to find the new Jeep, Chrysler Dodge car, minivan, or Ram truck that you've been looking for. Family owned and operated for over 50 years.
Save thousands right now at the Spring Sales Event and Ram Truck Month. Ends March 31st.
At Galt, we always put you first. As your full-service home heating partner, we provide expert delivery, installation, and maintenance for all your heating needs with knowledgeable, friendly professionals that give you peace of mind 24/7. Galt Family Companies, you first since 1863.
Had a sports injury or slip and fall that needs immediate care? Coastal Orthopedics Walk-In Urgent Care gives you direct access to orthopedic specialists fast without an appointment. Biking, golf, tennis, soccer, whatever the sports injury is, sprain or fracture, Coastal Orthopedics Walk-In Urgent Care can help. Open 7 days a week now at 3 locations. The iPark Building at 761 Main Avenue, Norwalk, 36 Old Kings Highway South in Darien, or in the Westport Medical Center at 323 Riverside Avenue, Westport. Go to myorthoct.com, like them on Facebook.
Back on Nutmeg Sports, a special thanks again to Coach Gallagher of Richfield and Coach Bulan of New Canaan. We want to wish both them and their programs best of luck now moving forward in the state tournament. Obviously, the weather going to play a huge factor in the state tournaments moving forward. We've already got some games being rescheduled. Let's start with boys hockey NFI and Notre Dame of Fairfield, that the 8-9 matchup at Division I. That game has been postponed to Thursday the 8th. Tonight, Greenwich will host St. Joe's from Dorothy Hamill. That game at 4 o'clock now. You've also got Northwest Catholic playing host to Simsbury tonight. Xavier has confirmed that they will postpone their game now against West Haven to Thursday the 8th, leaving Hamden, New Canaan, Ridgefield, Fairfield, Notre Dame of West Haven, Darien, and Fairfield Prep East Catholic, all most likely subject to being postponed for tomorrow night. Some basketball news out of last night. 2 FCIAC boys teams in action. Darien falling to Daniel Hand 46-43 in the Division III first round. That game going all the way to overtime. Tough loss for the Blue Wave. A shout out for their season. Really good work there by the boys. Trumbull a win over Weaver. They continue to play well now down the stretch here. Bouncing back after losing in the FCIAC championship. Final score in that one 69-56. Trumbull gets Wilbur Cross next. I think that's a Trumbull team that really can do some damage. You talk about the athleticism that they have. Wilbur Cross is a good matchup. I think it plays well for the Eagles. And after that, you either would get Sacred Heart or Hill House. Hill House would be a big advantage there just because Sacred Heart has, and Hill House has got good size. Sacred Heart has some ridiculous size. Of course, that side of the bracket there at the top, all roads lead to East Catholic. At the bottom, Danbury and Trinity Catholic, going to be a really fun matchup there. I actually think the Crusaders might get the best of the Hatters in this one. They find a way to bounce back, similar to what we saw last year, get a little momentum going. I think they could give Notre Dame of Fairfield or West Haven some fits. At the bottom of the bracket, Ridgefield, Hamden in that 6-11 game. I know Kevin isn't here, so I'm not just saying this to poke fun at him, but I don't know how sold I am on this Ridgefield team. I think they were exposed a little bit in the FCIAC tournament. There is a lot of inexperience on that roster. Obviously, you have a player like Brendan McNamara, but the young man has got to go to work in the paint. He's got to get to the dirty areas. He's got to take some of the pressure off Jackson Mitchell on the glass. Brendan McNamara, you look at a guy like what Sean Conway did this year, there's no reason Brendan McNamara isn't averaging 18 and 10 a game. He could easily be putting up rebounds every other night. Big win for the Trumbull girls last night. They continue on. They're the last remaining FCIAC team in Double L. But now the task gets really, really tough. It's number 2 Mercy in the semifinals, who beat Norwalk last night 55-26. This is as talented a Mercy team, or as talented a team as we've probably seen in girls basketball in a long time. Mercy playing so well. But I think Trumbull, with Julie Keckler running the show, they can play defense well enough. If they hit shots early on, make Mercy uncomfortable, maybe things get interesting and go the Eagles' way. On the other side of the bracket, New London falls to Enfield 69-61 last night. They're going to take on Hall now, who beat Simsbury. So Enfield and Hall, the other semifinal. Enfield came in as the 8th seed in this tournament. Our director, Mike Suppy, though, making a really good point. You know, they were ranked as high as 5 or 4 at any given moment in time in the polls this year. So they're doing a lot of good things. For girls hockey, I'm really excited for this New Canaan-Darien game. There's talks, as Coach Buell mentioned, might be Thursday, could be Friday. They're going to figure that out. If New Canaan, I think either of these teams, whoever wins, is going to have the inside track to the championship game versus the other side of the bracket. Beating a team 3 times is tough, especially having to do it in double overtime as well. Beating a team 4 times is going to be really, really tough. This is a defending state champion Darien Blue Wave team. They are so experienced, so smart when it comes to this time of year. I think Kiki Tropsa and Sally Cassidy can make a big difference. The big question mark in this one, the status of Jess Eccleston. A little banged up coming out of the quarters. If she can go, though, I'd give the Rams a really good chance. And in boys hockey, I'm really rooting. I think a great matchup to see again. If Ridgefield finds a way to win and Darien can win as well, you get those two to play again in the quarterfinals. I think that'd be a lot of fun to see. Greenwich Northwest Catholic game that went to overtime earlier this year. Of course, Alex Mojian ending that one just 13 seconds in. Xavier and Hamden, Xavier and New Canaan, West Haven and Hamden. Any way you spin that one down there is going to be a lot of fun. But Coach Gallagher said it best. If you don't want to beat Prep, you really just, you don't have the right mindset. I think all roads lead to Fairfield Prep. They've been the best team all year long, and now they have the opportunity to prove it. Not going to be any Nutmeg Sports tomorrow. Kevin and I will be back again on Thursday. A special thanks again to our guests. We'll see you next time on the HAN Network.